Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what's going to happen when GTA Online dies. So this conversation and this topic is stemming from what the Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick said yesterday, where he basically said Grand Theft Auto Online will stop being supported at some point in the future, and that it's not permanent, and that Rockstar will eventually have to put the mode or the game mode into a resting period where they will no longer support it. And in my video yesterday, I just wanted to touch on what Strauss Zelnick said. I didn't want to go into too many details, but there was a little bit of confusion, and it stemmed an even greater conversation of what happens when GTA Online dies. When is it going to die? What's the last DLC going to be? What does it mean by no longer supported? So we're going to be talking about all of that in this video today. So let's start with the question that a lot of people said. What do you mean by no longer supported? And what I think by this is that Rockstar will no longer update it with patches and will then no longer create new content or new DLCs. I don't think that Grand Theft Auto Online will just be shut down, like they'll flip a switch. I think it's relatively easy for them to just maintain the servers, for them to stay online. I mean, even Grand Theft Auto 4's multiplayer mode is still online right now. Like, if you really wanted to go on the online version of GTA 4, you can get online and you can still find a few people. And even in older Rockstar games like Red Dead Redemption, the servers are still up. Granted, it's filled with hackers and you can't really do anything, but it's still there. So what I mean by not supported is Rockstar will completely abandon efforts to improve and to make the game mode better through updates, DLCs, patches, and more. So that's exactly what I'm talking about by no longer supporting. So now let's talk about when I think Grand Theft Auto Online is going to reach that period where Rockstar are no longer going to support it. And I think it's interesting, something that Strauss Zelnick said, because he put a big emphasis on the fact that he mentioned that in October it was going to be 3 years. And I think that, number one, it's going to happen when Rockstar releases their next game, which I personally believe is going to be another installment in the Red Dead series. And I'm not sure exactly when that's going to come out. But considering when Rockstar announced Grand Theft Auto 5, it took 22 months to then come out, which is basically almost 2 years later. So I'm guessing maybe at the 5-year point, that's when they stop supporting content with Grand Theft Auto Online. Or if that's not the case, when the next Grand Theft Auto is released, whether it be GTA 6 or some other installment in the Grand Theft Auto series. So since we're on year number 3 right now, I would assume that Rockstar will continually support the game with updates and patches at least until year 5 or year 6. Again, my personal opinion is that within the next year and a half to 2 years, we will see another Rockstar game. And I do think it is going to be the next installment in the Red Dead series and the Red Dead franchise. So if you're still loving GTA Online, you're still a fan, we're probably right at the halfway point right now in terms of the content that Rockstar are going to provide it, which should excite you because we've only had a Grand Theft Auto Online, in my opinion, for really half its life cycle. And there's still so much left to come, which is going to be really awesome. So now let's talk about the hypothetical last DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. What would it be and what would you want it to be? I don't think there's an appropriate way to send Grand Theft Auto Online out, like for the last update, unless it's something really special that either opens up all the buildings in online or allows for like a sandbox creator mode, or does something insane like opens the casino or adds some sort of expansion that would allow you to travel back to, let's say, Liberty City or something like that. That's just an example because of all the Liberty City drama and craziness that's been going on. But I could see that being really awesome and ultimately really cool. I think that for Grand Theft Auto Online's last update, again, it should allow us to just be more creative with the things we can do in free mode, because that's basically all we're going to be able to do after that, since we won't be able to look forward to new content or new downloads or new patches. So I think that could be pretty nice if they were to send it off in style that way. And now finally wrapping this up, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto Online 2, GTA Online 2.0, whatever you want to call it. I would have a hard time imagining that Rockstar would create another Grand Theft Auto game and not introduce another multiplayer element like Grand Theft Auto Online. It would seem so backwards for them to do that, considering the success of Grand Theft Auto Online, and whether that's in the next GTA, GTA 6, whatever it's going to be called. I eventually think that's going to happen, where there's going to be a reboot of Grand Theft Auto Online that'll run on a different engine that will learn from the mistakes of the first Grand Theft Auto Online and will overall be a much better and seamless process. Because although Grand Theft Auto Online has been a great experience, there has definitely been some bumps along the road, and I think Rockstar will want to look for a fresh start if they do introduce a new Grand Theft Auto game that has this multiplayer element. Now, that also raises a lot of questions. You know, will our character transfer over? Will our money transfer over? Is our progress going to transfer over? How will cars work? Because, you know, if it's a new game running on a new engine, maybe those existing vehicles wouldn't transfer over as easily. Maybe they would have texture issues and bugs and glitches. You know, what about our clothing? Would our characters be there naked? You know, how would all of this work? And I think to an extent, your progress, money, and maybe some vouchers for maybe the value of your cars and homes would also be transferred over. So let's say that you own two properties that they're both worth $1 million. So as far as vouchers go, Rockstar would give you maybe like half of that money. So you'd get $1 million total. And then maybe they'd give you something for all the cars in your garage if they couldn't be transferred over. So that when you do get to the new version of Grand Theft Auto Online, you'd be able to, I guess, buy new cars that you found equivalently successful or that you enjoyed equally as much. So I think this is definitely a very interesting discussion, and Strauss Zelnick has really brought it to everyone's forefront. We all knew that at some point in Grand Theft Auto Online's life cycle that it was going to come to an end, but I think Strauss Zelnick has just accelerated this thought by mentioning this, and he was just so nonchalant. We were like, we expect Grand Theft Auto Online to not do as good this year because it's 3 years old, and it's not our intentions to make it be permanent and last forever. In fact, it's not that at all. We're going to rest the franchise at some point. So it's crazy. I think he just sparked, I wouldn't say a lot of controversy, but just a lot of interest in what is going to be the end for Grand Theft Auto Online. And the last thing I want to leave with here is what is going to be the down period time between this current version's Grand Theft Auto Online resting period and a new one. Because I know there are a ton of people that are obsessed with GTA Online, play it every day, and that's not a bad thing. You're just passionate about Grand Theft Auto Online. I am as well. What is that downtime going to be like? Is there going to be a 6th or 7th or 8th month, maybe a year or 2 month period between the release of the next Grand Theft Auto and this fictitious GTA Online 2.0 and the original one that, again, is going to be going into a resting period? So many questions, and we don't have any of the answers. Only Strauss Zelnick and I guess Rockstar know, and the Take-Two team and the Rockstar team. But it's an interesting discussion, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below on this issue. Everything about Grand Theft Auto Online, why it won't be supported, when it'll be shut down, what do you think? Let me know everything in the comment section right now. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.